One of the most persistent myths in history is that Napoleon Bonaparte was unusually short, but in reality, he was about 5 feet 6 or 7 inches tall, which was average height for a Frenchman in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. The misconception about his height likely stems from a mix of translation errors, cultural misunderstandings, and intentional propaganda by his enemies, especially the British, who had every reason to portray him as physically small to match the image of a power-hungry tyrant with an inferiority complex. The confusion partly came from differences in measurement systems. French inches and feet at the time were not the same as British imperial units. When records stated that Napoleon was 5 feet 2 inches in French feet, that actually converted to around 5 feet 6 inches in modern English measurements. In addition to this, Napoleon was frequently surrounded by his imperial guards, who were chosen for their exceptional height and stature. Standing next to them, he naturally appeared smaller, reinforcing the perception that he was short. British satirists and cartoonists during and after his reign capitalized on this image, creating caricatures of Napoleon as a tiny, irritable man, further cementing the idea in the public imagination. Over time, the image of the small man with a big ego evolved into the so-called Napoleon Complex, a psychological stereotype suggesting that shorter men are more aggressive or ambitious to compensate for their lack of height, a concept with little scientific backing and no direct connection to Napoleon himself. In truth, Napoleon's legacy had far more to do with his strategic brilliance, reforms and controversial ambition than with his physical stature. The myth of his height is a powerful example of how historical inaccuracies, once popularized, can endure for centuries, even when the facts tell a very different story.